Just everybody give me a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Anyways, moving on. Hello friends, my name is Sarah. I'm the artist and maker behind Denim Rain. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I primarily talk about knitting, but also sometimes houseplants and art and whatever I feel like chatting about. Today I have something crazy. Well, not crazy. I feel a little crazy. That's what it is. I feel crazy. Why do I feel crazy? Well, we'll get to that. Okay, so first thing is, remember how I was saying I was going to will some socks to be finished? I did it. I did it, you guys. I finished my pair of socks that I have been working on for, no joke, over 2.5, maybe 3 years. At least middle of 2019. So probably three years now. It's a little ridiculous, I admit, but yeah. Fingering weight pattern socks, I've decided they're not for me. But I finished them. So here, I don't have them both on blockers because I have the other one in use. So this sock is made up of my hand-dyed yarn, this one, which is Pacific Coral, and then a yarn I don't remember because it was so long ago and I don't have the ball band anymore. This is a BFL nylon base fingering. I don't remember the dyer or the colorway. Sorry, I just know it's BFL and nylon. So it's got this really great texture across the front, some little ribbing detail, a nice heel flap and gusset, and regular toe. So we got both of those guys. I believe I knit these on 2.5 millimeter needles, I think. I don't remember. They may have even been knit on different size needles because they were knit so far apart and took me so freaking long. But I didn't take note of the needle I used before I took them off and chucked the needles back into my knitting pouch. So 2.5 year socks are done. I did it, you guys. Just everybody give me a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Anyways, moving on. Are you ready for this? We have not one, but 2 pairs of finished fingering weight socks. That is right. I finished my Christmas rib socks. Yay! So these ones did not take me nearly as long. These ones took me, I think I cast these on in February. So 3 months, not too bad. For me anyways. So this pair is knit out of oak and fiber. This is her Christmas sock base that she did in 2021. I believe it was Old Sweet Shop, and this is a merino cashmere nylon base. And then the contrast is just a merino and nylon. Super pretty. I love this yarn. And then for the heel, I just did a merino yarn that I had gotten from Hobbii, and then the toe also has the oak and fiber contrast color. So yeah, my sister had her baby last weekend, a couple weekends ago. Baby is almost 2 weeks old. So I was at the hospital with her, and I knit from about here-ish to 10 rows from the end in one day. Just sitting around waiting for baby to make an appearance. So I was very happy I brought this because it made me get it done. I did not anticipate it to take so long for baby to show up. Usually second babies come faster than first babies. Not always, but usually. So didn't think we'd be there so long. I felt really bad for her that she was laboring for so long. But then I got a lot of knitting done. But I also only brought a sock and was kind of like, shoot, I'm like at the toe and don't have any other knitting. So I actually came home, got some more knitting, and then I actually didn't need it because baby showed up shortly after I, probably an hour or so after I got there, and I just finished working on this, and then by the time I was at a stopping point, I wasn't able to start the next project. So yeah, finished pair of Christmas socks. I'm very happy to have these Christmas socks done. I will add them to my drawer now. And then my other fingering socks, I'm so excited to start wearing. So yay for 2 finished pairs of socks. So happy to have those finished. Okay, so next thing I have finished are some very unexciting granny squares. Yay, granny squares. I just randomly picked up my crochet hook and grabbed out my bag full of minis and just started working on these. This is leftover from my sock, the Pacific Coral colorway that I dyed up. I can't tell if that's focused or not. It's like wants to, but it can't quite. Sorry about that. This is some leftover yarn from Explore Fibers. This is a colorway from years and years and years and years and years ago. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like Orange Blossom or something like that. And then some more of my hand dyed. And then some more of my hand dyed. So yeah, just a couple of squares to be added to my blanket. Yay, squares. So I mean, I'm anticipating this blanket project to take me like a million years. My last granny square blanket that I had made was bigger squares. They were made out of worsted yarn and they were bigger. And that took me 2.5 years. So these are fingering weight and the squares are a lot smaller and I require more squares than my other blanket. So I'm anticipating 10 years. I think that's like, I think it's totally fair to say 10 years at least. It's a little ridiculous, but I'm okay with it. Okay, and yes, I have another finished object. I'm excited about this one. This is, I'm not wearing it today because it's too cold. I'm cold. But I have finished my crocheted tank top from Knits and Knots. This is a free pattern that Knits and Knots has on her website. I did pay for the PDF version just because I don't like having to scroll on a website, but it is free on her website. So this is knit in, it's got 2 front panels. You crochet once, yeah, I'm gonna say, knit and crochet are interchangeable. Sorry, I say knit more, but I mean crochet. You hear me say it, I'm sorry. Anyways, you crochet the front 2 panels separately, and then you crochet the back portion of it, and then you crochet the straps. So modifications I did was I changed the straps. The straps on the actual pattern are wider. I didn't want them quite so wide, but I didn't want it to be just a crochet chain. So this is 3 stitches of double crochet wide. So yeah, not super wide, not super complicated. It went really fast. Another thing I did that I don't think was in the pattern, I don't remember now, is I added a couple of rows of single crochet along the top just to finish it off a little bit more. And then I added like 4 rows of single crochet to the bottom. I think it does, the pattern does state to do 1 row of single crochet on the bottom, but I wanted a little more because it wasn't looking quite as finished. Plus I wanted to try to add some extra length because this thing is cropped. So it's a little more cropped than I wanted it. I added extra rows, like there's notes in the pattern to say to add extra stitches, to add extra length. I did that. I think I added 5 or 6 extra stitches. I don't really remember now. I didn't make notes. Oops. So I don't remember how many extra I did. I mean, I could probably count and then look at the pattern, but I can't be bothered. But I added extra length to it. However, it's still too short because I have a really, oops, sorry about my mic, really short like neck to bust area. So I had to bring it up a little higher, which meant then I lost that length in the body and made it the length that it originally is in the pattern, the length I didn't want. So it's fine. I have a skirt that I'll definitely wear it with. I think one of my high-waisted shorts will work with these because I am very self-conscious about my tum-tums, so we're just going to keep that covered. I'd rather not the world see my stretch-marked, rumply skinned. I mean, other women want to do that. I admire their confidence. I have no confidence in my midsection, so we just like to keep it covered. So yeah, I love this. I love the way it fits over my bust. It's like tailored gorgeously. I want to crochet another one in black with more length so I can wear it with more things, which I mean, black, I'll wear it with more things anyways. So very happy with this. Oh, I didn't say, this is the Chasing Summer Light, so by Knits and Knots. And then I used Hobbii Rainbow cotton, which is a fingering weight. Should have said that at the beginning, sorry. Just get carried away. So yeah, tank top done. Okay, let's talk what I've been working on. So living in my, I think this is By the Bay. Hold on, By the Bay Yarn Company bag. It's just this very simple black canvas bag. It has a handle, drawstrings, and some internal pockets. Living in this, I have my classic sweater by Espace Tricot. It's a free pattern. It is knit up using DK yarn. I am using Hobbie's Divina in the sage color, which is also color number, give me a second, I will tell you, color 28. So I am knitting on 5.5 millimeter needles. I don't remember what the pattern calls for. I think it's 4.5. I don't remember. But I'm liking the way the fabric is working out. And then also on my needles, I have my needle stoppers, which I will have more in my shop on May 27th, 22, in case you're interested. But let's show you my progress. Ta-da! So we have, I don't remember where I was last time. I don't think I was super far on it. But I have the neck done, all of the raglan, and probably half the body. I haven't tried it on yet. I do want to try it on to see where I want to be for length. But I am already in love with this sweater. It is so soft and squishy and light. It is so light. This Divina is such a nice yarn. But yes, I don't have a ton to say about it yet. We've got the short row shaping that happened in the back. I did knit on it way more than I thought I would. I did from this progress keeper to there, while we in the movie theater when we went to go see Doctor Strange. Great movie. Thought it was good. But I haven't been knitting on it in the last week, except for at the movie theater, because I've got other things that have deadlines. So I haven't been working on this as much. The only reason I took this to the theater was because the other things need more attention than this. So I brought this with. I was very happy that I got that much done on it. I think it's beautiful so far. Also on here is my Hello Lavender mushroom stitch marker, which is really cute. And then also my Latch and Loo alpaca. And the alpaca lives on this because it's an alpaca sweater. The Hobbii Divina is alpaca wool and polyamide, I believe. So yeah, really happy with how this is working up. I love the color. I think it's very pretty. I think it's going to work great against my skin and my eyes. Can't wait to have this one, but I need to work on the next few projects before I continue working on this, which is fine because I'm probably not going to wear as much until fall comes around. I mean, I'll probably like wear it in the evenings when it's chilly and such. I don't know, but excited to have that done and to start working on it again. Okay, what the? There's a spider somewhere. Where is it? You can see a spider crawling. A lot. There it is. Don't mind me. Sorry, guys. Can't find paper towel. Maybe 2 paper towels. Not afraid of spiders necessarily. I just don't want them on me. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Did I get him? No, I did not get him. Commentary. It's the one where I try to kill the spider. Not successfully. Where did he go? Oh, I think maybe I squashed him. I'm gonna hope he's dead on the floor somewhere. Crisis averted. It's fine. It wasn't a big spider. It was like a little itty one, but it was crawling around on the back side of the curtain so I could see a shadow, and I'm like, yeah, I'd really rather you not pop out at me because then I will involuntarily scream because like I don't mind spiders, just not on me, and when they pop out at you, it's like, ah! Okay, anyways, moving on. Okay, living in my prickly owl bag. And I guess I could unscrunch it and then you could see it better. Da-da-da! My butterfly bag with the pretty floral on the bottom with fabulous tassel. Also a button that we got on our trip to Oregon from Tillamook. Little button. Okay, so living in this prickly owl bag is a test knit because apparently I'm a test knitter now. As you will see by other project upcoming. I don't know what possessed me to sign up for 2 test knits at the same time. So this one, I have no joke, been watching for a couple of months now to like see when the test call was. Okay, so this pattern is the guys, I'm so bad at pronouncing things. I'm very sorry. So I hope I get it right. But I'll have it down below in the description box so you can actually see how it's spelled and see how terribly I've butchered this. But this is the Untuva sweater by Ronja Hakalehto. Definitely got that wrong. Hakalehto. Bad at names. But anyways, this is a stunning Colorwork sweater. I've been, like I said, watching this on her Instagram account for a very long time. She, for a while, said, I'm gonna be doing a test call. And then a couple months went by and I like legit was checking her account like on the daily, like, has the test call gone out yet? Has the test call gone out yet? And then the test call came and I swooped in and was like, me, I want to test, I want to test. So I'll pop a picture on screen now of what it's, what the sweater is, and then I will show you what I've got going so far. Okay, so here we are. My color work is not the cleanest. I mean, I've had worse, but it's not quite as nice because I'm gonna use the excuse that there's 3 colors worked at once. And that's a little bit more challenging than I'm used to, but I'm okay with a good challenge. So I am knitting this out of Lion Brand Wool Ease in the Natural Heather, I believe it's just gray or light gray, and then Umber. So Umber is going to be the main portion of the body, which I just started, you can see right there, just starting to get into the main portion of the color, or into the main color. So I'm really, really liking this so far. I think this is going to be fabulous. I don't think she has said yet when this pattern is going to release. The test goes through the end of June. So I'm making pretty good progress on it. Once I get past the color work on this, it's going to fly. It's going to go so much faster. I've gotten gauge on US 7, which, oh my gosh, is that a 4.5, 5 millimeter? I don't remember. I'm terrible at the conversion. Like I've said before, I prefer millimeters. The US sizing makes no sense to me. I don't understand it. On here, by the way, I have my Whitney Marie Anderson needle stoppers. They're like a fabulous gold. I love these so much. They're so pretty. And then I also have one of my sheep markers on it. This is one of the original prototypes that I had. But yeah, I'm very excited about this sweater. If you don't follow her on Instagram, I highly recommend. Her content and patterns are stunning. So far the pattern is nice and easy to read. I mean, I am fairly experienced. Pardon me. I did not just die. There's a giant fly. What the crap is with all the bugs? Anyways, the pattern so far is nice and easy to read. The chart is very nice. I'm mostly working off the chart. When it comes to color work, charts make more sense to me than written instructions. So working off the chart, it's working out beautifully. I will obviously go through the written instructions as well as I'm testing the pattern. But so far everything is super clear and simple. Like I said though, I do have some experience, like I'm fairly experienced in knitting sweaters. So like if you need your hand held, this probably isn't the best like first time sweater, but definitely like a great one. It's nice and clear and simple and easy. And I can't wait to get closer to being done so I can try it on. I'll probably get to the sleeve split and then try it on and see how it goes. But yeah, my Antuva sweater, I'm in love already. I can't wait to get through the color work so I can start knitting on the body and just fly through it. Okay, so my next test knit is, first, it's living in a project bag that I have made. That's right, this is from the fabric that you guys saw, I think in my last video I shared. So this is the green mushroom fabric, which I love, it's so pretty. And then inside I have the retro looking mushroom. And then on the outside it has a little tab and handle. And then most project bags have the like strings coming out both sides, but I only have mine coming out the one end, and then I stick a little bead on it to cinch it tight. I feel like it's, I mean, for me it's easier, so then there's not more strings hanging out everywhere. It's just the one side. I don't know. What do you guys think when it comes to project bags? Do you like the idea of two or one? But anyways, got that fabric on the inside, and then I also sewed a little open pocket that I could pop things into. So like in there I have some of those cord things for trying on my project, and then also a pair of scissors. Nope, scissors are gone. Oh, I took those out, never mind, I used them for something else. But yes, so in here is living my other test knit. So this is, oh my gosh, see, I'm drawing a blank. This is the Remi Camisole by Caidree. That should not have hurt me so much. My brain, it's just, it doesn't want to work. I am in love with this camisole. Or tank top, whatever you want to call it. I think of it more as a tank top. So obviously it looks teeny tiny. But it's ribbing, so it stretches like crazy. I am knitting this out of some stash yarn that I had. I did not use the recommended yarn, which is some fabulous cashmere yarn. Don't currently have that in my budget to purchase, but the test, she said we could use whatever yarn we wanted. So I went stash diving and pulled out this Hobbii Amigo yarn that I have in a gray. It's just an acrylic yarn, nothing fancy, but look at how nice it is knitting up. Like, this is beautiful. Like, there's nothing about it that makes me say, ew, you knit that out of budget yarn? No, this is looking fabulous. I think the key in what makes a yarn look good is the pattern and your gauge and things like that. So obviously after I put this on, it looks even better because it like stretches and evens out the stitches and such. It's looking fabulous. I mean, minus all the funky weird ends and all the crazies that's happening. So yeah, I'm knitting these on 4mm needles, which is one size larger, I think, than the pattern calls for. Because I did the tiniest little gauge swatch and was like, I need to go up a size. But I always forget to remember that my gauge loosens when I actually working the pattern. I'm sorry, my brain is not, it doesn't want to work with my mouth, and it's just kind of, my mouth runs away, my brain's like, wait, no, stop. But wait, what did you want to say? Oh, it's not working with me, and then the camera stopped, and then I've got people texting me, and I'm just like, stop, focus. I don't want to, my brain says it doesn't want to, but I want to really bad. Anyways, I think it is looking great. I am in love with the pattern. Sabina, Caidree, all of her patterns are very well written. They're very clear. They're size inclusive. Everything is just absolutely beautiful about them. She's even right now writing up another camisole pattern, and I'm just like, do I want to test knit for that one too? I'm like, maybe me too. She's currently working on it, so by the time I'm done with this one, maybe I can test knit the other one because I want some more summer knits. I really like the way this looks on me. I wasn't thinking I'd like knit things for summer, but I kind of am, which is crazy. But this pattern will be released on June 1st. Yay! So coming up, keep your eye out for it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna want to knit it, and probably 5 more of them once you knit the first, because I already think I want another one because it's that good. It fits so good. But yeah, the Remy Camisole by Caidree. It is fabulous and amazing. On here, I have a stitch marker that I have flipped over the wrong way so you can't see it because it is a test of something I'm trying out. And then I also have a Latch and Loo mushroom with snail on there. So I always have 2 progress keepers on project because I kind of like to track what I do each day. So yesterday, focus on this right here. Yesterday I knit from this progress keeper to that one, and then this is what I've knit so far today. So it just kind of motivates me to do more than what I've done the day before. I'm probably not going to do as much as I did yesterday because yesterday I was kind of feeling meh, so I sat a lot in it. Today I've got a lot more stuff going on, but yeah, that's that, and let's go on to the next. Alright, so my next project I have living in another bag that I made. This has got some nice pretty green and floral fabric, the canvas bottom, and then the inside has some fun retro pool and house type fabric. Kind of hard to see the inside of a bag on video, but it's there. So I wasn't planning on casting anything else on. I was primarily wanting to finish those test knits and focus just on those. However, I kind of needed a palette cleanser because I'm working on all garments right now. I needed something small and just new. Small and yeah, just I needed something different besides those garments and having to pay attention to the patterns, and I just wanted something I could just grab and work on and not have to think about it. So I cast on a sock, not a fingering weight sock because I just finished 2 pairs of those and I'm not doing that again. Not for a minute. So I cast on this DK sock. The pattern is my Flonkerton socks. You can't really tell the pattern too much on it yet because I've literally just started the leg of the sock. But the yarn is my hand-dyed yarn. This is Pacific Kiss. It is a pretty blue with a blush pink in there. It's like a speckled, crazy type yarn that I dyed up a while ago. And then this dark blue, let me pull out the ball for you so you can see it better. This dark blue is the Plucky Knitter. I really like this. It is a one-hit wonder. This is on the sweater base, which I believe it's a DK or a worsted. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up again. But this is 270 yards. It is a 90% merino, 10% nylon base. It's a very different base. It's not a typical base I feel like you see for a worsted or a DK. But I really like it. It's a very dark blue with some light tones going through. Here's the, back of the ball band if you have any interest in it. I mean, it's a one-hit wonder, so I mean, probably not going to be able to find this yarn. You never know though, maybe somebody's destashing. This is a yarn I got from one of my fiber share swaps. I've been literally holding on to this and this yarn waiting to do socks. So since I'm done with my Here Come the Socks pattern and knitting up so many of those, and since I was done knitting on all my fingering weight socks, I was like, okay, I already had this yarn balled up from another project that I had done with it. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna cake up this stuff, and yeah, I'm really liking it. On here I have my Narwhal Progress Keeper, and I'm sorry, I do not know where this little guy came from. He was a gift years ago, so I'm not really sure, but there's a lot of really cute Narwhal polymer clay Progress Keepers or charms on Etsy. So I did change out the finding on it because it did have one of the small lobster clasps, but I kind of prefer these larger ones. It just grabs the stitches a lot easier and is less fiddly trying to get that tiny little clasp to open up. So yeah, socks. I did have to restart them though yesterday. It's a sock. I don't really check the gauge. I mean, I don't really gauge swatch, period, but I didn't check my gauge. I got probably this far down into the leg and then decided I'm just gonna huck it on. It was so big. It was so big. I went up a size bigger than I normally knit. I don't know why I did that, really. So the thing is my leg is kind of skinnier than my foot is. My foot's, I've got like maybe slightly wider feet, not really that wide, but I don't know. So I think the last time I knit socks were my shorties, which I went up a size from what I normally knit. So I think in just my head, I was thinking, I'll knit that size again. It was way too big on my leg. It was gigantic. So I'm going to get down to the foot area, and then I might just not, like I might decrease less in the gusset area to make up for that. I don't know. I'm just playing around with it. I really like the Flonkerton socks. They're a really fun pattern. It's available in my Etsy and my Ravelry and on my website. Okay, we made it. That's it. That's all I've been working on. I've done one whole painting since last time we chatted. It's not particularly exciting, so I'm just going to save that until I've painted more, and I'll show you more inside of my notebook. I did a little bit of macrame today. I'm not really doing macrame anymore, So I talked to one of the shops that I wholesale to and told them, you know, I've got some leftover stock, and they said, well, I'll take whatever you've got. So I pulled out my macrame, but I have a whole bunch of plant hangers that I started but didn't finish. So meant I started doing macrame today to wrap those up, because I don't want to just keep a whole bunch of half-finished plant hangers. So I figured I'll just finish all those up and ask them if they would like those ones too. So I did some macrame today. I've been doing some sewing. I have more project bags that I've made that I did not bring over here to show you. They're kind of along the same lines as the ones I've shown you already. Next time I'll show you once I've sewn them all. I obviously am not going to keep all of the ones I make, because the fabric stretched more and made more than I thought they would, which is awesome. So I'm going to be offering up some of the other ones for sale. They are going to be fairly budget friendly, because I am not a professional sewist. There's lots of little flaws throughout the bags. I mean, they're not like, oh my gosh, look at that, that's terrible. But they're like, if you're looking at it like, oh, that line is slightly crooked, or what's going on there? That's like maybe a little, like the lines don't match up. Like, they're not like big, huge flaws. They're just like, yikes. But there's things that if you look at it, it's obvious that I'm not a professional. In other news, I've got a few new houseplants. One new houseplant. And then I'm working on purchasing, I'm gonna just have to go on my Terra base, which I talked a little bit on my Instagram. I will be doing a YouTube video for that, because I think it'd be really fun. If you don't know what that is, well, keep your eye out. There will be a video all about it. I need to get my hair done. My hair is like at this weird grow out stage. I don't like it. It's driving me crazy. I've been curling it a lot more. I didn't curl it today because, well, I'm doing household stuff. And then I decided, well, I'll do a video. So my hair's not like super cute or anything like that. So I need to go get it cut. I have an appointment next Friday, I think. So a week out or so. I'll get to have my hair done finally. Other life or random things I've been doing. My kids have been sick a lot. I'm so over being sick and having sickness in my house. We had like a 2-week cold. We kept having to cancel getting together with people and stuff. It's like, oh, well, maybe next week will be better. And then next week we'll roll around and we're like, oh, we're still not doing good, so let's cancel and meet again next week. And then we kicked that cold in the butt, said goodbye to that, and then the flu hit. My son had a night, he got sick, and then he was fine. But then my daughter, 5 days later, got it. Like 5 days later. I don't know what the deal is with that. She got sick a lot more though, so that one was a little rougher on her. Yeah, and then the toddler had diarrhea, so that was fun. Thankfully, he's in diapers still, so it's not the end of the world, and I'd rather it come out of his butt than his mouth, because it's terrible. Anyways, that's gross. Nobody wants to hear about that. So yeah, we've had sickness. Life has not been super exciting because, well, I'm stuck at home. And then my sister had her baby. That was exciting. I've planted a few things in my garden. The spider is back. I can see him crawling. I didn't squish him. Cool. Anyways, I planted a few things in my garden. I haven't done my vegetables yet because I need to get new dirt in my raised beds, and I just have not been able to do that. I don't own a truck that can haul dirt, and I just haven't gotten around to borrowing somebody's truck or asking them to do it for me. So yeah, once I get some fresh dirt in my garden, I'll be able to plant some vegetables, which I haven't wanted to do anyways because it's been so wet and disgusting. It's currently sunny, which is amazing. And this weekend we are supposed to have all sunny weather, like not a cloud in the sky, and it's supposed to be warm, and I cannot wait. I'm hoping to finish my Remy so I can wear it this weekend in the sun, and maybe, yeah, maybe I'll be able to wear it. It would be so nice. So yes, I'm hoping for sun, like to last longer than those 2 days too, because usually we get 1 day of sun and then it's like bye-bye sun, back to rain. So it'll be nice to have 2 days in a row. Kind of hoping it lasts longer than 2 days because I'd like to get a lot of different things done out in my yard, because just haven't been able to do it because it's been too wet. So yeah. Anyways, I think that's all for today because I'm feeling kind of rambly and I don't want to ramble on forever and ever and ever. I don't have anything new that I've acquired recently. I did get a new ball winder for Mother's Day. My husband got me a ball winder. It's like kind of like the Stanford, but not quite. It's basically the same thing. I love it. It is so amazing. A million times better than the Knit Picks one. And was only $30 more than the Knit Picks one. So, I mean, just maybe, like, I would recommend just saving for, like, a couple more months and just purchasing the slightly more expensive one. It was, like, 47 something. So, I mean, and it came from Amazon, so it was free shipping. And it came in 2 days. It was great. So, yeah. No new things. So, I don't think there's anything else for me to talk about. Because like I said, otherwise I'm just going to sit here and ramble because I haven't been out of the house much. So that means I'm a little chatty because I haven't seen people. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like. You'll find all the things down in the description box below. You guys have a fabulous rest of your day and we'll see you next time. Bye.